Welcome back, lottery fans, and today I am back with another winning pick 3 lottery rundown. That's right, I've been doing a lot of research recently and I found another rundown that's been working. I'm going to go ahead and show you the state it's working in, but as always, give it a try in your state as well, because if it works in one state, very good chance it's working in other states. It's a super simple rundown to go ahead and do today. Not a whole lot of calculation, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do it. We're going to use our standard tic-tac-toe pick 3 worksheet. You can get this for free from lotterypredictor.com. It's in the resources section. There is a link down below in the description. And if you're going to do this at home, you're going to go ahead and want to get this rundown worksheet printed out, because we are going to go ahead and use our mirror numbers, which are nicely printed out as a cheat sheet down here on this sheet. As I said, it's completely free. Go ahead and grab it. But let's go ahead and jump in. This rundown I've been tracking it for about 2 weeks now, and it's actually hit for 8 days out of the last 13. So definitely a very hot rundown, definitely one to keep an eye on. And the state that I've been tracking it in and it's been working for is Louisiana. Now Louisiana, only actually has one pick 3 lottery, so it's only going to be for the single pick 3 lottery. And the base date I started tracking is November the 5th. So that's the date. So we're going to use that result from November 5th as our base number. We use that to fill in our base grid. And the result was a 572. Now to do this, it's a very simple rundown. It's the +1 +2 rundown. So to do that, what we do is we take the 572, go ahead and fill it in the left-hand column of our base grid like so. And then all we do is we go ahead and in the middle column we +1 to that 572, so this becomes a 683. And in the last column we add 2 to the 572, so this becomes a 794, like so. Simple as that. Now to get the translated grid, as I mentioned, we're going to go ahead and use our mirror numbers. But as I always say, if you try this rundown in your state, if you do this and you don't see many hits off of the mirror numbers, you can switch those out for the flip numbers in the translated grid. So try it both ways when you're in your backtracking, see what's been hitting for you. Now to get the mirror numbers, what we do is we take each number in the base grid, we lock it up along the top line of our mirror numbers, and the number underneath it is the number we use. So we start with a 5 on the top line, the one underneath it is a 0, so put a 0 in the translated grid. The 6, the one underneath it's a 1, put a 1 there. And finally 7, the one underneath it's a 2. And just keep going down and doing the same thing, filling in all those numbers. 7 is a 2, 8 is a 3, 9 is a 4, 2 is a 7, 3 is an 8, and finally 4 is a 9, like so. Simple as that. Now let me go ahead and show you then where those results have been hitting in the Louisiana Pick 3 lottery, so you can actually see this rundown, how it's been working for Louisiana. And we go ahead and we start off on 11/6. So as I mentioned, we've got 8 results to fill in this, so we're going to fill in all this space here. We've got 11/6 was the first day, so the very next day, the result was a 401 in the Louisiana lottery. Go ahead and look on our translated grid. We've got a 410 right there showing up as a box number. Very next day, we actually had a pretty good run in Louisiana. It ran nearly for almost a whole week actually, which was really nice for a rundown like this. 11/7, we had a 498 as a result. We go ahead and we look in our base grid. We've got that straight right here, 498 right there. We actually also have the straight of 498 right here in the translated grid as well, which is nice. Always nice when we see those numbers showing up on both grids. Alright, very next day on 11/8, like so, we had an 827 was the result. And we go ahead once again on our base grid. We've got one of our common patterns, a 782 right here, or 287 right there. So one of our common patterns, which is our diagonal stretch across. It also actually shows up in this corner as well. So mirroring what we have here, it shows up here, and also it actually shows up in this corner here on our translated grid. So it's in 3 spots and a common pattern. So that's a really hot number there. That's a nice one to go ahead and see. 11/9 was the next day, and the result was a 976. Looking at our base grid again, We got a 769 showing up. We got a 769 showing up there, but we actually have the straight, a 976 showing up in this corner. So we had this one here, this one here, this one here. These right angles here are actually showing up as a very common pattern in this rundown for Louisiana. So we had another straight showing up there. 1110, as I mentioned, we had several days in a row here where it just this rundown is on fire for Louisiana. We had a 124. Let me go ahead and write that there. 1110 was a 124. Go ahead and looking on our mirror grid, our translated grid, we've got a 124. Once again, that common pattern, that corner pattern there, that right angle pattern showing up as a straight right there. It also showed up as a box number right here. So this one also showing up twice. So we're seeing multiple instances of these numbers showing up multiple times on multiple grids. This is really a hot rundown for Louisiana. I really get excited when I see rundowns like this where the numbers are showing up multiple times. 1111 was the next one. And went ahead and the result was a 093. Once again, as we look to our translated grid, we had this one here coming down this diagonal. We saw a mirror of that on this diagonal right here. So another common pattern showing up. So the diagonals and those corners, very common hot patterns for this rundown here. Took a break for a few days. We had 1115 coming up next. That was a 120. And we had go ahead and look on our translated grid. We have that as another common pattern. Our horizontal straight across here is 012, but it was also on the corner angle here, a 102. So once again, common patterns in those angles. Really, you should really take a look at those angles, those right angle patterns for Louisiana if you're going to play this rundown, because they are very hot. And then just to go ahead and celebrate that win against Alabama on 11-16, although the win was the day before on 11-15, we had a 403. So it was a 2-day celebration there for beating Alabama. Good job, LSU. We had a 403. And once again, if we look on our translated grid, we've got a 430 showing up right there on our translated grid. So 8 hits out of 13 days for this rundown for Louisiana. Good job, Louisiana. Very well done. Very well done in the lottery. Very well done for beating Alabama, if I didn't already mention it. Go Tigers. That's it for this rundown. I'll be back with more winning rundowns later on. If you like this, definitely give me a thumbs up in the and give me a comment in the description. Give me feedback on this. If you like the Tigers, give me a thumbs up. If you like Alabama, sorry, you don't have a lottery, so no, never mind. And definitely go ahead and subscribe to the channel, share this video out, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.